Now is lesson 2. We're still drawing organics. This time, we're gonna draw a simple chicken. The important thing is you follow my steps. This time, I'm not gonna say as much. I'll show you with visuals, but I'll have basic explanation for the things I'm drawing, and I will tell you when to pause and draw. When you're drawing, look at my final drawing below the video, or if you're on YouTube, I'll have the link of the final drawing down below. Now let's start. First, let's block everything out like the first lesson, which is to block where everything is. Don't forget to use very light lines when you block things out, because you're going to erase these help lines later. Let's start with blocking out the height and width of the body of the chicken. Then draw a box according to the width and the height. That's where the body is gonna be. Then block out the hip of the chicken. Now pause the video, observe the final drawing below, and block out the height, width, and the hip according to the proportion of the chicken. Don't just draw a random box. Make sure it's located in the right place on the page. Not too big, not too small. Fill the page enough, but have some space on the side and the top. Observe the final picture I drew and draw the box accordingly. Now block out the top of the head. See, the center of the head is slightly to the left, not the middle. Let's use diagonal help lines to state the slope of the curve of the head. Remember, when you are doing this, observe the final picture I drew instead of just following the steps here. The bottom of eye starts right in the middle of the body horizontally. Then vertically around 2/3 of the body, count from the right. Then the other side of the bottom of eyes is horizontally at around 1/4 of the distance from middle of the body to the top of the body. The top of the eyes, we use a help dot slightly above 1/4 from the top of the body to the middle of the body, as you see here. Then draw a line that's parallel to the line I drew for the bottom of the eyes. Then connect left end of the top of the eyes to the left end of the bottom of the eyes. Then block out the top of the hands, which is a diagonal line passed through 1/3 dot on the body's middle line I drew, parallel to the eyes' help lines. Then block out the bottom of the hands, which starts a little below the middle of the middle line and the bottom of the body. Now, the most important lines are drawn. Let's go back to block out the eyes some more. Then block out where the mouth is going to be. Then describe the rest of the two hands. Then adjust the right side of the body. Then adjust the bottom of the body. Now block out the tail and the feet. Then block out the apron. Then block out the pupil of the eye. What I do is that I use help lines to cut the eyes in half, both vertically and horizontally. Then draw a middle dot at where the intersection is. That's the center. For the eye on the right side, the pupil wouldn't be in the center vertically because it's only 3/4 of the eye, but horizontally it will be in the center. Now pause the video and block everything out in the order I showed you. Don't just draw the lines, make sure you observe my final drawing and draw the lines accurately at the places where the eye, hands, and everything is. Now let's draw the details. You can use darker lines now. First, draw the top of the head. Remember to follow the path line you drew before. Then the eyes. Don't draw lines like this. Try to fill the square more like this. I'm gonna erase the bad example. Then go back to drawing the eyes. I won't say much now, observe what I did. I won't say much now, observe what I did. Now pause the video and draw the head, the eyes, the mouth, the arms, the apron. Remember to observe the final drawing of my below. You can use the steps I draw, but you should try to observe my final drawing instead of copying the lines I drew in the video blindly. Use your observation and do it nicely. Take your time. It's time to erase some of the help lines. Take a look at what I erased. Now you can pause the video and erase the help lines that are no longer useful, and careful not to erase the useful lines like the center point of the eyes. That's where the pupil will be later, or the feet. Now that you've erased the help lines, let's do some final details. Now let's draw the pupil of the eye. You can draw a little circle and erase the middle. If that's hard, you can erase the middle dot first. Remember where the middle dot is and draw a circle there. Then draw the highlight, then color in the rest of the pupil like what I did here. Leave the highlight black. Then there's a little fur on the top of the head. Then erase the line inside the fur like what I did here. Then add the fingers. Then you can add some lace on the apron. Draw the feet. Erase extra lines inside the lace like what I did. Add some decorations on the apron. Now pause the video and start adding these final details. There, you're done. Add a date at the bottom to remind you when you drew this picture. You can add your name there too. Voila! Here is your picture.